We talk about IoT and smart speakers and all this, having this stuff in your house and the security risks. I think we've even talked specifically about the vacuum robots. This story kind of sucks. No
I'm
pun intended.
scared.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about pictures of a woman on the toilet ending up on Facebook thanks to a Roomba. Today's Not So Critical update.
Whew.
This is crazy.
So when I saw this, it wasn't exactly this article, but when I saw the title, when I was browsing Google News, I was like, what? Because I have a Roomba and I have their mop equivalent, Brava, at home. And it wasn't enough of a heartbreak to hear that Amazon acquired them. Now they're spying on us with their cameras, but that is not the case. This is a little bit of a clickbait or baited article.
I mean, it's kind of the case, though.
Well, okay. What happened was, I think, where was she? In Argentina? This woman. So
was she in Argentina, or were the workers evaluating the images in Argentina? So they were beta testing a new series of the vacuum, and they had
the vacuum. Hold on. On the vacuum, this has to be said. On the vacuum, there's like a huge label that says the cameras will be on, like camera is on. We are filming you. Do not expose us to sensitive materials, including even children, because this data is going to be passed to a third party. Like there's a whole thing. So, yeah, go ahead.
So they were testing a new product, and they were sending the images to a group of workers in Venezuela who were tasked with identifying what the camera was seeing to train it. They were training the AI to find things. And one of the images that it had captured was this woman sitting on the toilet. And one of the contractors posted it on Facebook or leaked it out somehow. So
not great.
Yeah. So what's the issue here, right? Like, so if you equate it to a smart speaker, the smart speaker is always listening to you in the background and presumably only taking action when it recognizes a phrase or is activated. But this is kind of what we talked about the movie Kimmy before, where the woman is using unidentifiable voice strings to help train the AI better. This thing has a camera in it. It can see all this. You could say like, oh, it's not being sent anywhere. It's not doing anything. It's not being used for anything. But the robot's capturing it.
Now, don't get me wrong. This is user error. 100%.
Why?
They warned the user because they warned the user. This wasn't only a beta software. The whole Roomba was a beta kitted Roomba. So this thing going at home, like going around your house, again, it has a massive label on it that says, we are recording you. Everything this Roomba sees will be sent away. On it, physically on the Roomba.
Is that what makes
the green
difference?
label.
Like, you don't know if you have an Alexa that it's listening to everything you say all the time?
But that's not the case here. You signed up to beta test a version of the Roomba hardware and software. Yeah. So on this Roomba, this was a test kit Roomba, right? It's just like a test kit PlayStation or something. It has, again, a massive label physically on it that says recording.
I'm really surprised that you're on the user error side of this. I thought you'd be definitely on the privacy side.
I would be normally, but this is not a normal Roomba. If this was my Roomba at home, totally normal. I've not signed up to beta test.
Yeah.
Not beta testing new features. And a picture of me taking a shit circulates Instagram or something, I'm going to be livid, lawsuit incoming. But that's not what happened here. Now, is it her fault that her image was abused? 100% no. It is not her fault. And that's a really terrible scenario.
Yeah, but I think that's why it's maybe not that different, because in both cases you'd say if the system's working as it's supposed to, this stuff is never going to leak out. The problem is if it gets compromised or if it gets captured by somebody or if an employee goes rogue, that this could happen whether it's beta or not. Like that's, what Peter always talks is about. You shouldn't have the ability to do these kinds of things.
No, because like you said, the group in Venezuela, the contractors were there to manually label and train correctly, right? I'm hoping that is not the case when we're out of beta. That someone isn't going to be sitting there looking at every single marked chair or whatever. In a perfect world.
Or once the AI is trained, those images that are captured may never even have to leave the device.
Also true, the Apple way. So
theoretically, if you trust them.
Theoretically, big theory. So whose fault is it? Is it Roomba's fault? Partly. Is it user error? Definitely. And I think it's also an abuse of power, and there's not enough safeguards in place. And that's why, sometimes contracting is not the way to do it.
I'm not on board with the user error part of it, but I hear you.